Blists Hill Victorian town in Shropshire revives the sights, sounds and smells of the 19th century.
Good morning.
At its heart stands the pharmacy, a treasure house of potions and remedies from a century and a half ago. Now, in a unique experiment, Ruth Goodman, Nick Barber and Tom Quick are opening the doors to the Victorian pharmacy, recreating a high street institution we take for granted, but which was once a novel idea.
How can I help?
They'll bring the pharmacy to life, sourcing ingredients, mixing potions and dispensing cures. But in an age when skin creams contained arsenic and cold cures were made from opium, the team will need to be highly selective. They'll only make safe versions of traditional remedies and try them out on carefully selected customers.
The start was like the Wild West. People didn't know what was good and bad.
Try and get a bit of speed up. Oh, there we go, yeah.
The pharmacy was something that affected everybody's lives in one way or another.
They'll discover an age of social transformation that brought healthcare within the reach of ordinary people for the very first time, heralding a consumer revolution that reached far beyond medicine to create the model for the modern high street chemist as we know it today. The Victorian pharmacy opens its doors in 1837, the year when the teenage Queen Victoria ascended the throne.
Wow, look at this place. This is fantastic.
Ooh, that smell!
It's much bigger than I thought it would be.
There's a heck of a lot of stuff here, isn't there?
There's a tremendous amount of stuff.
Fresh from her time on the Victorian farm, Ruth Goodman will now be applying her skills in new areas, from medicines to cosmetics. As a domestic historian, she knows just how important the pharmacy was to ordinary people.
Doctors were expensive. Really, on a day-to-day basis, only the rich were using doctors. Occasionally, a poor person might be able to save up for a consultation. Maybe a doctor might offer some free consultation. But in general, most people in the 19th century turned to the pharmacist for the majority of their health care.
It's a beautiful place to be in. We're going to be able to make this work really well.
Nick Barber is Professor of the Practice of Pharmacy at the University of London School of Pharmacy.
Parrot brand polishing soap and monkey brand. But things like Sloane's liniment, which people use nowadays, and Zambuck.
As the pharmacist, he will be responsible for recommending and preparing all the remedies and medicines that his shop dispenses. It's a unique opportunity for Nick to learn how his profession evolved.
It's a fantastic chance to recreate what it was like to be a Victorian pharmacist at a time when pharmacy was completely different to how it is today. Pharmacists were creating new things, lots of innovation happening then, the growth of chemistry through this period, and pharmacists were experimenting and developing new sorts of treatments as well. We're going to have fun with this.
By the end of the 1840s, scientific advances were beginning to filter down to the high street pharmacist. Old ideas of bloodletting and purging gave way to exciting new techniques and cures. And pharmacists would spearhead a whole new range of consumer experiences.
Nipple shields. Blood and stomach pills, wow.
Next time on Victorian Pharmacy, the medicine that was supposed to cure everything.
Soap powder acts as a laxative.
Yeah, I'm willing to try everything.
The discovery of how to kill germs.
Look at that girl.
Give me a shout if it gets too much or anything, all right?
Yep.
And more Victorian contraptions are unleashed on the public.
Look at that! She's almost doing that by herself.
As the team look forward to the next phase of their pharmacy adventure, trial and error finally gives way to real scientific understanding.
There you go. Wow.
Next time on Victorian Pharmacy, Nick, Ruth and Tom will face an era of new laws and new inventions, and it will all go off with a bang. Next time on Victorian Pharmacy, the end of the 19th century draws near. With a massive expansion of new products and medicines,
I'm very chuffed about that.
the team will take a giant step into the 20th century
Watch the birdie, keep still.
and towards the high street pharmacy we know today. Nick, Ruth and Tom have traced the evolution of the pharmacy through more than 60 years of Victoria's reign, reliving a revolution in public health care that put a chemist's shop in every town in Britain. Today's modern pharmacy stocks a vast range of consumer goods, and this is a direct result of the entrepreneurial spirit of the Victorian pharmacists. By the death of Queen Victoria in 1901, the pharmacy was forever established as the high street institution we know today.